Hello, welcome to Gary's Urban Larder. I'm Gary Rice. Today I've got a very simple but classic recipe. We're going to do a potato and leek soup. And it's one that can be also used for vichyssoise, which is cold potato soup. So we're going to get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is to trim and wash the leek. So I'm going to cut off the root end, and I'm going to just want the white. So I'm going to take the green, dispose of the cast-offs, although you could use the green tops to make other soups as a base for even vegetable stock, if you wish. And I'm just going to now score it quarters, and I'm going to rinse that really well because you'll find that it holds sand in the leaves. And discard any leaves that you don't like on the exterior. So now we have that all washed and ready. I'm just going to melt some butter. While that's melting, I'm just going to chop up our leek. And there's no particular size you need to worry about because at the end we're going to blend all of this together. Yeah, get rid of that one. A little too soft. We want those to be nice and crisp as we cut through them. So if you do find a soft outer leaf, a bit too soft, then just cast it aside. So here we go. Set that in. I'm just going to get a wooden spoon so we can give that a stir. And increase the temperature just a bit. There we go. And we'll let those soften. And while that's softening, we'll get on and peel the potatoes. You can see there's very few ingredients. I've got some vegetable stock here, which you could use chicken stock, but I'm using what I have on hand. So I'm just going to peel the potatoes, then going to halve them, and then just chop them into fairly uniform cubes. Again, it doesn't really matter about the particular size because we're just going to blend it all together in the end. Oh, there is one other ingredient we are going to add, and that's some cream. So we're going to add that at the end. So sometimes you can actually cook your leeks and potatoes in milk. And if you prefer, you can do that rather than a vegetable stock. But we're going to add the dairy at the end here. So I've got 5 medium-sized potatoes here. If you have larger potatoes, you can reduce the size. And remember, you can always find the quantity, measures, and instructions in the description box. So what we're doing here is just to show you how simple, how easy it is to make a nice potato and leek soup. So I'm just going to check on my leeks. They're smelling wonderful. We don't want them to get any color, so they're translucent, which is what I want. And I'm now going to add our vegetable stock. That is. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. I'll taste that later and adjust for seasoning as needed. So I'm going to get back to our potatoes, which again we're going to just halve. And then we're just going to quarter the potato, and then we're just going to cut it up in sort of relatively equal sizes. And that's just going to go in the pot as well. So once we have all the potatoes peeled and cubed, we're going to put let the vegetable stock and potatoes and leeks come up to a boil. And then we're going to reduce that to a simmer just below boil. And we're going to do that for about 30 minutes until the potatoes are soft, fork soft. So you take out a cube, test it with the fork, which we'll show you. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my potatoes, add them to the stock pot, and we'll come back to you in just a second. We're just going to add the rest of our cubed potatoes to the stock pot, and that's just coming up to the boil. And it's really smelling delicious. So I'm going to reduce that now to a simmer, and I'm going to cover it and give that about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll check it. All right, a little time has passed, and we just want to check our potatoes, and those are just fork tender. You see it just falls apart. So I'm going to turn off the flame. And now what we're going to do is use an immersion blender, and we're just going to blend that all together. We just want to make sure we get all of the chunks of potato blended in a nice puree with the leek. And you can see the soup has thickened because of the potato, and we're making a nice puree. I think we have all the chunks of potato now pureed, so I'm going to add some cream. All right, our soup is finished. I think I'll have a little taste. And this is a good time to see if you need to adjust the seasonings. I think that's perfectly seasoned. So now let's serve it. I've got a couple of bowls here. Yeah. I laid out, and I've made some croutons just to top it off. So there you have it, our classic potato and leek soup, here served hot with some croutons. And if you want to chill it, then serve it as a vichyssoise. So I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, like the video. Please subscribe to the channel and help us out. Share it with your friends and make sure to ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single recipe. See you next time.